Hello, welcome to Big Data Bytes by Ganapati Devappa. In this demo, I will show how you can set up Amazon EMR Serverless and run a job. I am on the documentation which shows the getting started guide for the EMR Serverless. For granting the permissions to use EMR Serverless, if you are the admin, you will already have that permission. Otherwise, you can follow these instructions. I'm assuming that you are the admin, so you have the permission. Otherwise, you ask the admin to give you the permission as per this document. Next, let us prepare the storage for the EMR Serverless. For this, you need a bucket for that. So let me go to the management console and we need to go to S3 for that. So here is S3. I can right click on this and link in a new tab, or I can type here S3 to show here. I can come here, click open link in new tab. So here it shows S3 management console. Let me go there. I have these buckets and let me use a bucket which is already there, Gana bucket for tutorial. And if I go here, you will see that this is empty. So this is the bucket I will be using for this tutorial. Next, we need to create a job runtime role. For that, let us go to IAM. Go back to the console, type IAM here. This is for managing the permissions. Again, right click, open link in a new tab. So you can see that I have the tabs for console, IAM, S3 and getting started guide. If we go to IAM, here let me create a new roles. We will click on create role, custom trust policy. Here we will copy paste from the getting started guide. Click on this copy. Go back here. Select this and paste. We got this role EMR Serverless Amazon AWS allow, and the action is assume this role. So this will make the role assume this serverless. So this will give the permission to use serverless on Amazon AWS. Click on next. Now for the permissions, let us create a policy. It opened a new tab. You click on JSON. Again, we will paste from the getting started guide. If you scroll below, here is the policy. Let us copy this. Go back here. Paste here. We need to change a few things here. Here, get object and list object allow. This is for an elastic map reduce. This is used by the programs that we will be accessing. And then for our bucket, instead of doc, we can give our bucket, or I can give star here so that it gets full S3 access. In here, I can give star/star. That's it. Next, tags. We don't want to add any tags. Next, review. Policy. So we'll give it a name like EMR S3 glue, because it allows permissions for S3 as well as glue. created for tutorial giving access to EMR S3 and glue. Okay. Have this already. Create policy. Now this policy is created. So we can exit from here. Go back to IAM. We'll go back to IAM Management Console. Here we already got the policy. We can refresh this to see the new policy. We have this already here. EMR S3 glue. Next. Role also needs a name. Let us give EMR Serverless role. A role to run EMR Serverless jobs that can access S3 and glue. Okay. We have this policy. Create role. So this role is created. Next, let us check the next steps. Okay. Now, let us create an application, EMR Serverless application. So for this, we will go back to console. Instead of IAM, let us click EMR. So here, click on this EMR Serverless. You will see the prices here. Per hour about 5 cents, and here $0.005 for GB per hour. This is for memory, and for storage it is even much less. Let us get started. So we are into the EMR Studio, which you can use for creating and starting serverless applications on EMR. Let me give it a name. Let me say my first EMR serverless. Okay. We need Spark. Basically there is Spark and Hive we can run. So we'll choose Spark. EMR 6.6.0. We don't have much options here, so this is fine. We'll choose the default settings. If you want, you can choose custom settings also, like what is the initial capacity, application limits, application behavior, all these. But let us choose the defaults. You can see what is the default settings. You have one Spark driver, two Spark executors, size of the driver, now. So let's not worry about this and create the application. So our application is created. Now we need to submit a job on this application. So let us look at the steps next. Now we'll copy this Spark job, AWS S3 CP, from this location to our current bucket. So this is a Spark application, wordcount.py, that counts the number of words in a text file. The text file is hard coded in this wordcount.py, so we will not worry about that. So we will copy this. And where do we run this? We need to run this where a CLI can run, right? So let us go to the console again, and here We will use a Spark, not Spark, Cloud Shell for that. This will give us an Linux type of environment where we can run our AWS CLI commands. It takes some time to set it up for the first time, and also you get 1 GB of hard disk space here. I may fast forward to starting of this Cloud Shell. You will see that it is in the same region as we have here, North Virginia, which is US East 1. Okay, we got the console here. Let us type the command. Let us first check our buckets. This shows our buckets. The one we want to use is Gana bucket for tutorial. Let us check that. We copy paste this. It is empty. Now let us copy the command from here. Copy this. Where is my Cloud Shell? Yeah, here is the Cloud Shell. AWS S3CP from this location to our location. So we need to change the location here. Let us change it to our Gana-bucket-tutorial. Copy paste to avoid mistakes in typing. /scripts. Okay, let us check that. Yes, S3 ls. Paste this scripts. Okay, word count.py is there. If you are interested, you can look at the contents of this. Okay, it is downloaded. I can do a cat. So this is a word count command. You will see that it is using a .elastic mapreduce /EMR containers from some text file. Now that we have the script here, let us try to run this job. We go back to EMR Studio, click on our application. Let us submit a job here. Okay. Let us give a name for the job. Let's say my EMR serverless job. Choose an option for the role. We already created this role, remember? So let us try this. So it is available here, EMR serverless role. Script location. For this, we have just copied this. So let's browse this. Gana bucket tutorial 1 scripts. Select this, choose. You can also copy paste the URI here. Script arguments. Let us see what arguments it requires. We'll go back to getting started. So it shows the arguments here. Just copy this. Note that the arguments are within square brackets because that is the array. So we will change this to our bucket. Copy from here. This folder need not exist. It will create as required. So this is fine. Properties, optional, job configuration, additional settings. Let us not choose any of these. As we see here, We could choose the properties and the executors, memory and all, but let us be serverless. Now let us submit the job. It has been submitted. You will see that it is pending. After some time, this will change to scheduled and then completed. This will take some time because it has to start the application and then start the job. You will see that the application is also starting and then it has to submit this job and run the job. I will come back once the run status changes. Now you see that the status has changed to scheduled. You can use this refresh button to refresh the status. Now the status has become running. Note that the text file it is processing is quite huge, so it will take some time to run. Finally, you see the success status. If it had failed, you would have seen the failed status here. And if you click on the right, you will see that end time. It has taken about 4 minutes here and run time is 4 minutes and 1 seconds. And if you click on the job here, you will see the job details. It is taken about 1.184 virtual CPU, 0.738 of memory and 0.922 of storage. So this is quite inexpensive. We will go back to the applications. Now that we are run, let us stop this. So this has started. Let's select this. Stop application. If you don't stop, it will be stopped in about 15 minutes. But we don't have to wait that long. So let us stop this right now. Okay, it is stopped. Now select this and let us delete this. Now you don't need to delete it as there is no charge for having this application. Only when you start and run the application, that is when you are charged. But still, let's go and clean up. Now for this, you have to again confirm. Delete application. Okay, now there are no applications. You can create a new one if you need. Now that we are done with the studio, let's get rid of this. Now, we still want to check the output. So let us go to S3. We have here Gana bucket for tutorial. Let us refresh this. Scripts we had copied. Serverless Spark. This is the output. See the output directory here. So if you are familiar with a Spark job, there will always be an underscore success to indicate the job has succeeded, which is 0 bytes. And the output will be multiple files. You will see a lot of part files here. These are the output files. We can check one of these files from Cloud Shell. Let's go back to Cloud Shell here. Let me clear the screen first. AWS S3 LS. We have tutorial slash. What did we have? Let's copy this URI. See this, and I can copy it down here. So go up arrow. Let's copy this to CP. Let me just name it part1.csv. Now let us do cat part1.csv. See that these are the word and their counts in the file. Like political 22, Gibraltar 22, ruler 22, collection 22, like that. Now that we are done with it, we can delete these files also so that we don't get any storage cards. So let's go to Spark, select this, delete. It will ask you to delete objects. Okay. Fail to delete 0, that means it has already deleted all the objects. So let's go back here. Delete this folder also. Let's go back to here. Your scripts. Let's delete this also. Okay. So this bucket is now empty. One thing is left. We need to clean up the roles. We will go to AWS Management Console. We have the roles. Let's go to policies first. EMR S3 glue. Let's delete this policy. Click on actions, delete. It will be detached and deleted. We'll have to type this. Now let's go to roles. We have EMR serverless role. Click on this, delete. Okay, that role is also deleted. So we are back to square one. I hope you now have understood how to run a job on EMR serverless, where we didn't specify any configuration, but everything was configured by AWS and run for your job. Thank you for watching this tutorial. Bye. Do you want to learn more about big data? Please subscribe to my courses on Udemy. If you are a manager and want to learn about the various big data tools, then you can take the Big Data for Managers course. This course is very popular on Udemy and has more than 7,000 students. If you want to learn about cloud computing as a manager, take my course on Cloud Computing for Managers with Google Cloud. If you are a developer who wants to learn coding with big data tools like Hadoop, Hive, Spark, machine learning, then take my Big Data Foundation for Developers course. If you want to learn development using distributed message processing using Kafka, then take my course Apache Kafka for Developers. If you want to learn distributed processing using Apache Storm, then you can take my course Apache Storm. Use the links provided to take these courses at a discount. These courses are subscribed to by students in over 50 countries. Thank you. Bye for now.